What's up, you guys? Welcome to my channel. My name is Anna, and in today's video I'm going to do a drugstore versus high-end makeup tutorial. So on one side of my face I have drugstore products, and on the other side I have high-end. So guess right now which is which. Can you tell? Well, we're going to get into the tutorial in just a second, but before we do, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button if you like this video, and subscribe to my channel by clicking the subscribe button down below. I'd love to have you be a part of my beauty YouTube family. I upload new videos every week. Also, for the month of June, we are supporting Conduit Mission, so don't forget to check the description box to click the link to learn more. Now, let's get into the video. Alright, so starting off with the eyes, I've already done the brows and primed the lids with concealer, and the first dupe I have for you is eyeshadow. Now, earlier this year, Tartelette came out with this limited edition palette. It's called the Tartelette Juicy palette. I have a full video on this, so if you would like to check that out, then just click the link below. It's basically a really pretty neutral palette with some pops of pink and purple. I recently saw this Profusion palette. It definitely reminded me of the Tartelette palette, so I picked it up, and it does have lots of very similar colors. So here is the swatch comparison, and the ones on the bottom are the Tarte palette, and the ones on the top are the Profusion palette, and you can see some are identical and some are just very close. But I'd say the color theme is very similar, and the quality of the eyeshadows is very similar. They're both soft, creamy, and pigmented. I'm going to start off with the two matte white shades in both palettes. These two colors are spot on, exactly the same. Now I'm going to go in using the light brown shade called Outgoing and just blend that into the crease. Now going in with the shade Charmed in the Tartelette palette. It's not as warm tone, but once you blend them out on the eyes, they look very similar. Alright, now for the lid, I'm going to go in with that beautiful gold tone. They were exact dupes for each other. So pretty. Now I'm just going to flip the brush over to the clean side and go in with Toasted from the Bare palette. Now for the outer corner, I'm going to go in with the darkest shade called Tawny. So I can really just get it in that outer corner there. Then I'm going to go in with the shade Luscious in the Tarte palette. I'm going to clean the brush off again. So much fallout in both of the palettes, just FYI. So now I'm going to go in with eyeliner. I have the Too Faced BTS Liquid Eyeliner. This is a matte waterproof eyeliner. It's my favorite eyeliner. It has a brush tip. And for the dupe, I'm going to go in with the Epic Ink Liner from NYX Cosmetics. It also has a brush tip. Now moving on to some mascaras that I think are very similar is the Sky High from Maybelline and the Bad Gal Bang from Benefit Cosmetics. So you can see the wands look almost identical. The Maybelline mascara, it is probably my favorite drugstore mascara to date because I have very straight lashes, and this really helps to lift them up. Because of the wand, I feel like they're both very easy to apply. They both look really, really dark. Looking at them side by side, they both look lifted. They both look very well coated. Like, this is a spot on dupe in my opinion. Alright, so now for lashes, I'm just going to throw on some of my favorite lashes, and I'll be back to do the face. Now moving on to primer. For the high-end side, I have the base tape from Tarte Cosmetics, and for the drugstore dupe, I have the Pretty Fresh primer from Colourpop. I love the Tarte base tape because it's very hydrating on the skin, and I do notice that it helps my makeup last throughout the day. It's a very liquidy formula, and it blends in kind of like a moisturizer, but you can see the difference in the skin, how dewy and hydrated it is. The Colourpop is very similar. It is a liquid formula and it blends into the skin very much, again, like a very lightweight moisturizer, and it also leaves the skin very dewy and glowy. Now we're going to move on to foundation, and I love the Tarte Face Tape Foundation. Now this has a soft matte finish and it's also very hydrating and long wearing, full coverage. And my dupe is the LA Girl Pro Coverage High Definition Long Wear Illuminating Foundation. These are so similar. The only difference is that the LA Girl is a little more glowy and this one has more of a soft matte finish, but the coverage is there. They're both long wearing and they're both very similar in texture. They're that liquid foundation that we love. Looking straight on into the mirror, I feel like the Tarte has just a little bit of like a smoother finish, but other than that, I'm just being very nitpicky. They look pretty much identical on the skin. This one is more illuminating, so it's going to give you more glow, so you may not like this if you have oily skin, but I'd say they are spot on dupes for each other. I mean, can you tell a difference? I can't. These are so good, and for the price difference, I mean, just get the drugstore one. But also, just to note, the LA Girl High Definition, I believe, does come in a matte version, so maybe try that one. I've never tried it, but if you have oily skin, maybe give that one a shot. Now for concealer, I have recently discovered a love for the Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer. This stuff is gorgeous. It has such a beautiful finish. Build it up if you want a little bit more coverage. And the finish of it is just so gorgeous, so smooth. I did find a dupe. It is the NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop Concealer. So really, I cannot tell the difference between the concealers. They both have excellent coverage. They both really brighten and conceal. The only difference is that the NYX one is just a slight bit more matte. And I think I like the finish of the Nars just a little bit more. So now to set those under eyes, we're gonna go into loose powder. So for the high-end side, I have the Anastasia Beverly Hills in the shade Banana. And then for the dupe side, I have the Wet n Wild Photo Focus setting powder in Banana as well. I would have to say that they both set the face beautifully. They both have that yellow undertone. However, the Wet n Wild is just a touch darker. Both Anastasia and Wet n Wild come in different shades, so you can go up or down depending on your skin tone. Now moving on to contour. My absolute favorite contour product is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Foundation Stick. However, this has been discontinued, so my heart is broken, but you know I got backups. This is in the shade Chestnut. I got you the dupe, and it is the Makeup Revolution Foundation Stick. This is in the shade F13. All right, so you can see that the Anastasia is a lot more red undertone, but they still have that same warmth to them, and they look very similar on the skin, so there you go. There we go. They look very similar. So I'm going to go back into the eyeshadow palette. I'm going to go in with this light shimmery color, and I'm just going to set the inner corner of the eye with that. I'm going to go into the shade called Reflect. They're both very pretty and very bright. Then taking a flat shader brush, I'm just going to go in with the darker brown and just line underneath the lash line with that. Now I'm going to finish with the mascara on the lower lash line. Alright, for my next dupe, I'm going to bronze the skin using the MAC Give Me Sun Bronzer. And for the dupe, I have the Morphe Face Palette. It's this middle shade right here. The only difference is that the Give Me Sun has a little bit of a glow, and this one is just straight up matte. They're pretty much identical. So this next dupe I have for you, I kind of hate showing you because I love to support indie brands and I love to support Latina owned brands, but I found the dupe, so I gotta share it with you. The Alamar Blush Trio versus the Colourpop Blush Quad. I feel like these have very similar tones to them. However, I would suggest if you can splurge on the high end, I would definitely go with this one. It's more pigmented. The Alamar blushes, and then here are the swatches of the Colourpop. You can see the Colourpop are not as pigmented. However, they have very similar undertones to each other. It's so bright. It really just brightens the cheeks so much. The only difference is you have to build up the Colourpop one just a little bit more because it's very soft. All right, I think we're down to my last dupe, and that is for a highlighter. I have the Jaclyn Hill highlighter in the color Iced, but I found a dupe for that shade, and it is in the BH Cosmetics Belgian Waffle Palette, and it is the shade Powdered Sugar right here. They both have that beautiful metallic finish. They both are very soft. The undertone of the BH Cosmetics one is just a slight more peachy toned, but on the skin, I'm telling you, they look identical. So going in with the Iced highlighter on this side. Oh my goodness. I forgot how pigmented this is. I'm gonna take another brush and just kind of blend that out a little bit. Gonna go in with the Powdered Sugar from BH Cosmetics. Both have that icy metallic vibe. So beautiful. So the only thing I don't have a dupe for is the lips, so I'm just gonna go ahead and just do the lip. I'm gonna go in with Sweet Tea Lip Liner from Morphine. Then I'm going with Back Talk lipstick from Urban Decay. It's the only lipstick I have that's kind of pink undertone to it. And then I'm going to top it off with my Morphe lip gloss, which is in the shade Boho. It also has that pretty pink undertone since we got the pink vibe today. And there is the look. I'll be right back with my final thoughts. So here is the finished look. Can you even tell a difference? Do you have a favorite side? Let me know in the comments down below. I had so much fun doing this video for you today. I hope you enjoyed watching, and if you did, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button and like this video. And please subscribe to the channel. If you love beauty videos, I upload every week. I'd love to have you be a part of my beauty YouTube family, so just click the link down below. Also, don't forget we are supporting Conduit Mission this month, so click the link in the description box to learn more. Thank you so much for spending your time with me today. I will see you in the next video.